Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one, and that's right, I got Mr. Bumpy Road Brewery with me again, and he brought beer. This is courtesy of Bumpy himself. Almond cake, barrel aged from Trillium. They are out of Canton, Massachusetts, and it's an imperial stout with almond and vanilla, barrel aged in, doesn't specify. I would assume bourbon barrels, but it does not say on the label. 15.7%. This is a beast. And this is a 16.9 ounce bottle, so not a true bomber.
It'll be part of the fun is trying to decide what type of barrel it was aged in.
Yeah. Wow. All right. It smells sweet and nutty.
It's good since there's almonds in there.
Mm-hmm. Very cake-like.
Nice. Definitely has that, not a very large head built up on it, but it is a nice mocha colored thin head. A bit rocky. It's probably just going to turn into a little tiny ring around the edges.
Yeah, holy cow.
Deep brown to black.
Almond, vanilla. Yeah. It smells like it's going to be really sweet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, very dessert-like. At 15.7% too.
Chocolate notes in there.
Yeah, you gotta layer on the flavor to mask that alcohol.
I'm going with bourbon barrel.
I am too. That's what it smells like. It's either bourbon or rum because you get the wood, there's a caramel note.
It's a strong vanilla though with
well,
almond.
Right, and
they add vanilla?
They add vanilla and almond. So you're probably getting some vanilla from the barrel and from the extract or the bean. It says vanilla, so not extract.
Yeah, it doesn't say
It just says vanilla. So I would imagine.
Well, if it was vanilla bean, they probably would have emphasized that because vanilla beans are expensive.
But usually vanilla extract, they put that there too, like vanilla extract. I don't know.
Unless
Could be
hiding something.
It could be hiding something. It smells really good, very dessert-like. Caramel, dark chocolate.
I'm not picking up on plum or raisin or anything like that. That's why I'm skewing away from any rum barrel aging.
You know what I am picking up on just a little bit is coconut. And I know that this one doesn't have coconut in it, but that sweet, almost like a toasted coconut, like you would get on like an almond cake. Like maybe they would put the toasted coconut on the top.
Yeah, they don't even specify what hops they use, right?
Nope.
They're probably using Sabra hops.
Maybe they use the Sabra hops.
Yeah, I can definitely get coconut milk. There's that almond note in there for sure.
It's like coconut flavored almond milk. Chocolate, caramel, the barrels coming through. It doesn't smell boozy, does it? At 15.7?
I get a little. No, it doesn't smell boozy, but I do get a little bit of burn on the nostrils.
Oh yeah, when I take a deep inhalation, yeah. I think I just singed off.
I just blew my nose, so my nostrils are
wide
wide open.
All right, I'm dying to get into this. Cheers.
Right, cheers.
You know what I'm getting? A little Bourbon County-esque tobacco note.
Yeah.
Right up front.
I get the almond right up front.
Well, yes, the
strong
almond.
Very
strong almond.
There is a tobacco note
The tobacco note
Chocolate.
is so nice. Which makes me think even further that it is bourbon barrel because the tobacco notes with the Bourbon
I get almost
County
a cream cheese frosting.
I was gonna say on the aroma, I was kind of getting like a generic frosting, like very sweet frosting type note, but vanilla frosting maybe. I don't know about cream cheese.
It kind of reminds me of the frosting you might get on a carrot cake. That's why I said cream cheese.
That is freaking, God, that's dynamite. Because of the complexity with the barrel aging, the tobacco, the oak, the caramel, toffee, it just plays. It's just so layered and
I get a good
so
hit,
much depth of flavor.
a good hit right in the middle of that barrel. It really is like an oaky barrel presence, and then there's that
It's bourbon barrel aged.
creamy.
It's definitely bourbon, not rum, because because
Vanilla.
of what we're getting on the palate. This is better than the coconut one. I was not getting the complexity with the barrel aging, the tobacco notes, and the rich oak and toffee and the vanilla, not just from the added vanilla, but I think some of that's got to be coming from the barrel too.
Yeah. I picked this one up at the Canton location.
Yeah.
Geez, how long? That was like at least a month ago.
Yeah.
I'm not sure does it give a date on
I'll
there?
look at. I don't think so.
Because just because you pick it up at the brewery doesn't mean it wasn't, just sitting around for a while.
There's nothing on the label, and I don't see anything printed on the glass either, so no date to speak of.
It does say it contains nuts.
Contains nuts. So it's obviously the almond flavor is very pronounced as well, and it's very
It's almond-y.
almond. It's not like almond extract or almond flavoring. It's legitimate.
It reminds me, you know those like healthy bars you can get.
The kind of bars.
Yeah,
Or
they get like the almond, and then they have like this kind of like almond drizzle.
Or the dark chocolate drizzle, or the.
Yeah.
But I know, like the caramel.
That's
and
the
dark
way
chocolate.
that the almond's coming off to me. Like it's not like just taking a handful of almonds.
Right, almost like because of the
like
sweetness,
it's like a candied almond.
Candied almond, yeah. I agree with that. This to me is. I'm blown away because I didn't think this was going to be better than because I love coconut. Everybody that watches my channel knows I'm a coconut freak. And the coconut cake from Trillium, I think I gave it a 97 or 98. I thought it was incredible. But it didn't have the level of barrel aged complexity with the tasting notes that this one has. This one has the tobacco, which is only a handful of stouts that have been barrel aged to the point to where the I can't talk. Tobacco notes come through.
Yeah.
And to me, when you get tobacco notes on the palate with a barrel-aged stout, it's an indication of the highest quality of beer. Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm getting with this.
In this one, like, sometimes, like, with tobacco notes, it's like tobacco, I used to chew tobacco. It was very raisin forward. This doesn't really, to me, scream raisin at all. It doesn't. Just like more tobacco, leather tobacco.
Yeah, but I'm glad you mentioned the raisin. I'm not so much getting raisin, but a little bit of date and maybe like prune even. There is a little bit of dark fruit in here for me, but the tobacco is more pronounced than the dark fruit.
If it is a dark fruit, though, it's like covered in a nice milk chocolatey.
It's like taking a milk chocolate.
Like there's actually like a sweeter chocolate.
A milk chocolate covered date. Take a bite of that, and then take a drag off of a cigarette. No,
it's tobacco.
Not that kind of tobacco. Like chewing tobacco though. That the sweet.
Yeah, like Red Man or something.
Yeah, something like that. This is really good. The body, I don't know. So the carbonation.
I'm going with full body.
It is full body because it's so high alcohol. It's not super viscous and like motor oil like. It doesn't really stick to the insides of the palate like I thought it would, or the insides of my cheeks. But it is thick.
Yeah, little prickles of carbonation.
It does have a nice little prickly carbonation, which for a 15.7% barrel aged stout is pretty impressive that it has any kind of carbonation. So I definitely awesome with the
That's
amount
it.
of
The
carbonation.
15.7. How's the alcohol?
Very minimal.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
you
tell
get the barrel.
You can tell that it's a high alcohol, but not because it's boozy, but because the barrel notes shine through, and you can tell that it's been aged. So that's why you know that it's high alcohol. But it's not. It doesn't really burn going down. It's maybe slightly warming as you swallow it down. And we are drinking this at room temperature.
I'm at 98.
Well. I'm going 99.
I'm going first. Okay.
I'm going 99. I'm going 99.
You're going 99?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pulling a Cormer off because it really probably deserves 100, but I don't know. It's world class. For me, 98, 99, and 100 is world class. So for me, it doesn't get much better than this. It's right up there with the Bourbon County. It's above the CBS and the KBS for me. Those are like 97, 98. This is better than that. because the barrel notes are so pronounced and so awesome.
It is up there with the Bourbon County, I would say, over KBS.
And we got some Bourbon County for later too.
To me, like I don't know. Well, there's some Bourbon counties I would say this is probably like even with. That's why I'm going with a 98. But there's some Bourbon counties that I've had that they seem to have more depth.
Yeah.
This is a pretty deep beer. It's got a lot of complexity, but some of the Bourbon counties I've had have definitely just seem to have more layers, more depth to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I would rate this one maybe just that 1 point below.
I gotcha. Yeah, the tobacco notes are really what set this over the top for me because it's the only other beer that comes to mind off the top of my head that has that layer of depth and complexity with the barrel aging is the Bourbon County.
This beer makes me happy.
Which is my favorite stout of all time. So 98 or 99, 98, either way you slice it, excellent to world-class stuff from Trillium. They need to put out more beers like this because this is the real deal, folks. So buy it. If you can get it in your area, it's definitely worth the price point. You remember what you paid for this? 11 bucks, 12, 15? Is it pretty pricey?
I think it was around the $18.
$18. Well, you know what? It's worth every penny. It's that good. So buy it, try it. Let me know what you think. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Thanks again to Bumpy Road for being here.
Cheers.
Link in the description below. If
we need to do a.
Don't know who Bumpy is, go check him out. But chances are you do.
We need to do a thing where we go to different breweries and just grab stuff.
Yeah.
During the day, just do day trips.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
So.
All right. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
All right. Later.